Good day everyone, welcome back to Fighters Trading Channel, back again for another weekly flows video. So within the weekly flows, what I like to do is on a Sunday just analyze the pairs from a much higher time frame than I do with the daily market analysis, and from there look to see what potential movements we could have for the pairs that we analyze for the week ahead. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Starting with NAS 100, we can observe that from last week I mentioned the pair was going to be trending bearish. It has trended bearish, and we are now sitting on the support line of 20,700. As expected, we are seeing resistance at this level where the pair looks to be turning bullish again. Just observing from the daily time frame perspective, what we can see is that RSI was about to go into the overextended region and now seems to have found a bounce, and we can see that on Friday we closed bullish. Although Thursday closed very bearish, this bullish candle upon the support line of 20,700, which I have stated is a level of significance, a level of significant support, and we can see a reaction from this level. So going into a lower time frame, what we can see is that this pair actually garnered a lot of bullish momentum towards the end of the trading period on Friday. So that being said, I would still need to wait for the week to open and gauge how traders are reacting to this market coming in. Before we actually get into this, I actually want to take a look at Bitcoin because I do feel there is relevancy to this pair. So on Friday, towards the midday, we had a significant bullish push with Bitcoin. And throughout the weekend, we are seeing major bullish moves, especially this Sunday within this 4-hour period. Bitcoin has been moving extremely bullish. Now, that being said, this could be a sign of either dollar weakness or investors stepping back in with Bitcoin. However, just from a space of confluence, I am also guessing that when this market opens, it is probably going to open with a gap up. Now, I'm not saying that the bulls are firmly stepping into the market, but just based on what I can see from the confluence of Bitcoin, if there is a dollar weakness, we could have a gap up in this market where where NAS 100 opens very, very strong. Now, per my analysis and per what I can see, with the bearish trend that we currently have in play, our lower high, or our last significant lower high, is here at this 21,332 level. A break above this level will signify to me that the bulls have firmly stepped into this market. However, that being said, if the market does open with a gap up, comes back down to retest this level at 20,700, I would be looking for a buy from there. I would be looking for a push to the upside. Obviously, the gap would need to be filled, but an expected retest of this level at 20,700 before a push up, definitely a prime opportunity for me to look at. So within the context of this market, I'll be looking for longs this week. I will not be comfortable trading shorts unless I get a significant bearish candle and a clean break, a significant bearish candle of 21,000 and a clean break below 20,700. From there, I would be looking for shorts. So right now, it is in a bit of a space of uncertainty. However, based on what my analysis and based on what I've seen with this pair and how it moves, I do feel that the bulls could be stepping in this week. So definitely a pair to keep an eye on. Moving into US 30. So with US 30, I was still under the impression that it had further bearish movement to go. I still felt that the support holding at 41,785, that we could have seen a significant move to that level. But during the week, it seems that this pair fell more into a a space of consolidation. It was pretty much consolidating between 43,750 and 43,360. Now, there was a significant bearish move the previous week, which broke below the support of 43,950, which is why I expected further bullish movement. But of course, the markets will do what the markets does, and we found ourselves in a state of consolidation. Now, this is a very narrow state of consolidation, which is not a fan favorite of mine. I prefer broad range, trading broad range consolidations or trend trading. So for that reason, I'm still pretty uncertain as to the directionality of this pair. I do feel that the bears are still in control, but of course, the significant bullish close that we had on Friday could indicate that the bulls are stepping back in. So we would have to wait for the market to open and see what happens on Monday. I would also wait to see what happens after the US session on Monday. I feel that the US sessions, obviously this being the US 30, would give us a better indication of where the markets are traveling for the week ahead. So I would trade this with caution, but for now, very uncertain as to where this pair can go. The bulls, the bearish trend is still intact, but the bulls stepping in, yeah. A lot of uncertainty, but as the markets open, we'll gauge the market directionality and provide an update in the daily market analysis. Moving on to gold, what we can observe here is that gold is very much bearish. Finally getting our bearish break with gold. Now, that being said, just moving into the daily because I like to observe from top down. So we finally got our bearish break on gold on Tuesday, and it has been moving very bearish since then. Even on Friday, we still closed significantly bearish on the daily. We did get a bit of a spike up, but as we can see with most of the indices and US pairs, the markets did push up significantly towards the end of the trading session. Now, I am still significantly short on gold. The reason for this is gold was very overextended with the buys, and although this could be profit taking, I'm also seeing a lot of people selling off, and I still think we could get further sell off and probably find further discount zones. Now, I am keenly observing the support level here at 2853, and we have seen a reaction from this level, but I don't think that this is going to hold with any amounts of significance. We did have a break there. I'm going to actually remove that now because it's no longer significant. We did have a break off that support level at 2882, which was expected. We still yet to have a retest off it. So you know what? Actually, instead of making it or taking it out completely, what I am going to do is make it red, because now I firmly believe that the sellers would be in control there. So yeah, significant bullish close. So we could see a push up to that 2882 level, retest it with better clarity, and then further downside. So I would be looking to trade short with gold. Bitcoin, so as I mentioned, Bitcoin having a strong bullish run. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, but I am still observant of the bearish trend line that Bitcoin is still respecting. So although we're having a strong bearish push here, strong bullish push here, that trend line is still respected. We could just potentially be seeing a retest of the 95,330 level, retest of that, and then a push to the downside. So with EURUSD, still very much bearish on this pair. So towards the starting of the week, we were very much trading within this tight triangle. And like I said in the daily market analysis videos, I was waiting either for a break to the upside or downside. We had a significant break to the downside. So I am bearish on this pair. I will be looking for shorts as this week commences. Now, seeing the movement of this pair, the levels I will be looking for shorts at would be here, a retest of 1.04, where markets come back up, test this level again, provide a bearish signal either on the 1 hour or the 4-hour, and then from there I would look at my entry time frames on the 5 or 15 minute. We are trading below 50, and we're not so much in the overextended region, which is good. So it means RSI supports the bearish sentiment in the market. Looking at Euro JPY. So, like I mentioned, last weekend flows, this was this major level of significance at 155.5, and the level was tapped. I mean, we were trading strong consolidation for a long period. The level got tapped, and then it broke back into the consolidation phase. So, seeing this level was tapped and seeing the strong bullish candles that were given on the 4-hour, I am inclined to believe that my sentiment that the yen is overextended and it needs a retracement is still very much valid. I still feel that longs are coming into play here, and I will be looking for longs. I mean, even here as the market closed, the longs were very much pertinent. So, seeing the consolidation and seeing that it's a very narrow consolidation channel, I would like to see a clean break of 157.18, and then a firm, either a firm break of that I can trade off with a bullish candle, or a break and a retest before a push to the upside. And like I mentioned, I'll be trading towards this bearish trend line that we currently have with the pair. Yeah, from the top-down approach, we currently have a bearish trend line. So I'll be trading all the way from here to there, and then back down to that support. Moving on to USD JPY, still firmly trading within the bearish channel, but just like Euro JPY, we have the consolidation channel and the major support at 149.5. So this is being respected. We have actually broken above the resistance of 150. So we could potentially see a retest here and a push back up to the bearish trend line, or even a push beyond that bearish trend line should USD find strength. So for now, my sentiment is more keenly observing this pair and using it as a correlation mechanism more than trading this pair until I see either a break of this bearish channel or a test and then a move down. I'd be looking for shorts of this bearish channel if a signal is provided. So AUD JPY, unfortunately I didn't take any more shorts here, but this pair was moving with some yen strength. So clearly AUD was weak and the yen capitalized on that, unlike the rest of the major currencies. So still looking for shorts. I'm cognizant of my bias towards the yen retracement. I am also cognizant of this level here. If you take a look, we have a major support level on the daily being tapped at 93.5. So let's make this blue because this is support. And currently price is testing that level. So we should await a reaction, a firm reaction to this level, and see from a 4-hour time frame, seeing that this is a daily level, from 4-hour time frame, what significant candle action, significant candle price action we get before we determine a market directionality for this pair. So right now I'm actually going to take this off the watch list until we get market directionality. Moving on to AUD USD. So like I mentioned, AUD weakness, dollar capitalized on that. Definitely didn't trade this pair because it's not part of my usual pairs, but super weak AUD. So would probably see further weakness coming into the week, and I would expect that the support of 0.61339 would play a significant role in the reaction to this pair. We could potentially see a strong retracement as we are extremely overextended with this pair. We could see a strong retracement from the 4-hour, possibly retest this bearish trend line, at which time I would reanalyze this pair and look for an opportunity. Pound JPY, yeah, very much consolidation. I don't really look at this pair. So, yeah, strong consolidation. standing on business with the support at 188.6, and yeah, probably pushing to the upside with the yen weakness that I expect to see. Taking this trend line off because it is no longer necessary. GBP USD, nothing significant within the week, to be honest. I mean, the support is holding strong at 1.258, but yeah, during the week it moved up, then moved back down. So not looking to trade that. Anything happening with CAD? Nothing that's tickling my fancy, so I'm going to leave that out. And then obviously with Swiss franc, yen, trading within that consolidation with that support standing on business at 166.50. So definitely multiple retests, definitely looking for an upside position here. Once that yen weakness kicks in, going to be pushing to the upside. So looking forward to that. So yeah, that is our weekly flows analysis. Let's just do a quick recap of what we're doing this week. So with NAS 100, obviously we're seeing a strong bullish close on Friday, but the pair still remains bullish per the trend line. Let's actually just draw that trend line. I'm sure I had a trend line drawn in there. Maybe not. So yeah, as mentioned, that bearish trend line still intact. Obviously, we're waiting for a 3-point touch, but still validity to it. Depending on how it reacts here to this resistance of 21,000, if the pair reacts, comes back down, retests the support at 20,700, I would look for a break of this bearish trend line, retest of 20,700, and then a push to the upside. Definitely looking like we could get some serious moves in NAS 100 this week. And then, of course, US 30, I would like the markets to open just to see what the overall sentiment of the market is, and of course, what happens during the New York session on Monday before determining the market directionality for the week ahead. Obviously, we can see here that US 30 and NAS generally follow some of the sentiment, but NAS was very bearish this week, while US 30 it was bearish on Friday and then just moved into a consolidation phase on Monday. So yeah, I think US 30 is a little bit more tricky to trade right now. Until this consolidation is broken, we would still need to determine market directionality. So this is off the watch list for now. And then, of course, gold, I'll be looking to short. I'm looking for the price to retrace all the way back to this 2882 level, provide us with a significant test off it, and then a bearish candle, which we can act upon. And of course, the RSI being overextended, definitely some validity to that retracement, and potentially looking for a trade here on a lower time frame. Yeah, I don't trade Bitcoin, so that's out. And then, of course, Euro USD will be looking for a short, either at the retest of 1.04, or even if price moves all the way back up to 1.045, I would definitely still be looking for a short from that level. I think a deeper retrace would provide a nice discount zone to take a short trade. Let's take a look at fundamentals and see what's happening within the week. All right, so looking at our fundamentals page, what we can see is that on Monday, 5 p.m., we have ISM manufacturing PMI. So that could provide some significant movement with USD, definitely something to keep an eye on. We have a lot of orange folded news for Euro as well to keep an eye on. We have the BOJ speaking at 4:15 on Tuesday, 4:15 in the afternoon. That should provide some interesting insights into the yen, into the long-term movements, short-term to medium-term movements of the yen. Definitely keeping an eye out for that on Tuesday. Significant CHF news, CPI data on Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. That's cool. Then we have non-farm employment change on Wednesday at 3:15. We have ISM services PMI. So very strong fundamental week. I think what I will be doing this week is not something which I haven't done, but I do generally do it in a personal capacity, is provide a insight into how I use fundamentals to trade, especially in terms of figuring out the significance of the news releases before they happen. So we know that once it happens, how we can trade it from a back end perspective. I generally like to let news play out, wait for the markets to react, and then trade on the back end of that reaction based on what our technical analysis looks like. And of course, if there is any significant change based on that fundamental news release. So moving on, Thursday, major euro news. So Thursday is a major day for the euro. We have unemployment claims for USD. And then, of course, NFP on Friday. Definitely something to keep an eye out on. We could get some significant money out of that market trading the back end with NAS 100, especially with the way it's been moving off recent. We could potentially see some big bullish moves if it doesn't happen during the week already. So, yeah, that's just the weekly flows. That's analysis for the week ahead. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe. Also, leave some comments. And as always, this is not financial advice, but rather my personal opinions on what is happening in the market. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Cheers.